Kenya is hosting an international conference on the Great Lakes Region Special Summit on Youth Unemployment. The summit in the capital, Nairobi, kicks off Sunday and runs for 5 days. The summit will culminate with a heads of state and government meeting of member countries. Great Lakes member states include Angola, Burundi, Central African Republic, Republic of Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, South Sudan, Tanzania, and Zambia. For more perspectives on the Youth Summit, we're now joined live here in the studio by Raphael Obonyo. He's the external advisor for the United Nations Habitat's Youth Advisory Board. Thanks, Raphael, for joining us. So what impact will this summit have on, in terms of policy and action plans in member countries of the Great Lakes region?
This particular conference is extremely important because the focus is on youth unemployment, which is a very important issue within the continent and within the Great Lakes region. If we look at the levels of unemployment today in Africa, 70% of jobless people are actually young people. Unemployment has been described as a time bomb because of, its effect on politics, political stability, its effect on social cohesion, its effect on economic prosperity. And so this conference brings together different actors and most importantly, head of governments and nations. And the idea is to try and first of all, look at Kenya, because Kenya has established quite a number of programs to try and tackle youth unemployment, which are seen as model programs. And so various countries would want to learn from Kenya. So it's first of all a platform for exchange of experience and ideas. But two is also a platform to get feedback also from youth representatives and youth actors to see how best this feedback can inform policies in various countries, different programs that different countries plan to come up with. And so it's an extremely important forum because it's going to inform policies on how to address youth unemployment, but also action plans and programs that are meant to tackle youth unemployment. And like I already mentioned, youth unemployment is a key challenge and problem in many of these Great Lakes countries.
So let's pick it up from there. How does this youth unemployment contribute to rising crime and insecurity, especially in the Great Lakes region?
They say that if you want to know the condition of any country, look at, the stability of any country, look at the condition of its young people. And Africa has been described as a youthful continent. A significant portion of population in many African countries, including Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, South Sudan, and many of these countries, even within the Great Lakes, constitute young people. And so if you want to know the stability of these countries, just look at how the situation of the young people. And because of the high levels of unemployment, you'll realize a majority of young people are engaging in crime because they need to make a living, they need to survive. And if we cannot create gainful opportunities for them, then they end up in other precarious activities which threaten political stability, social cohesion, and economic development. And so it is very important to find ways and effective ways of tackling youth unemployment, because the problem, and we've seen many African countries sometimes try to beef up their security, to deal with, to beef up their security instead of dealing with unemployment, because if they're able to fix unemployment, then the number of young people engaging in crime will go down. We've also seen that unemployment also fuels political violence in many countries. And if you look at Great Lakes countries, countries like the Republic of Congo and even Burundi and Central Africa just recently, because a majority of young people do not have gainful employment, they're not preoccupied. Anything that comes their way in terms of anyone trying to give them tokens or whatever little they're being given to engage in political violence, they're going to do that.
Let's talk about the opportunities then. How can the government open up more job opportunities for the youth?
There are various things that we must do. First, we must fix our education system. In Kenya as a country, but also within the Great Lakes regions. We need to provide education that helps young people to access employment, because our most of our education, education system in most of these countries is still archaic. You are learning things that you might never be able to use or might not help you to get into the job market. Job market today, you need to be a little bit more sophisticated. You need IT, you know, these kind of things. And so if our education system does not provide some of these things like entrepreneurship, then we end up producing young people who cannot match the requirement in the job market. So we need that. The second thing that we must do is to put our money where our mouths are. You know, we match our words with our action. Governments must put resources to create programs that are going to create employment for young people. Two is the issue of the markets. Many governments are talking about building capacity of youth and providing loans and all that. But if you do not provide markets where young people can sell some of these products, then we are not doing anything. So we need to think of a comprehensive plan, not just dealing with segments of this, this problem.
All right, we've got to leave it there, Raphael. Thanks very much for joining us. Raphael Obonyo with us here in studio.